Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pod in the Apex. This is the Sao Paulo Review, and we are your hosts. I'm Pratyush, this is Aniket, and an absolutely insane weekend at Sao Paulo. Oh my goodness, so much happened, Aniket. Up and down the field, like you name a team and something crazy happened with them this weekend. Just, yeah, Brazil delivers, man. Brazil, as always,
Always.
no rain, but still delivers, right?
Always. I mean, as you said, lot of incidents, lot of just what do you say? Moving around the pack between different teams, right? From sprint to quali and to the race as well. Different conditions throughout the weekend. We saw some rain at the beginning of the sprint or before the sprint, which
Hmm.
dampened the track.
Yeah.
Then absolutely no rain for quali as well as the race. So a lot of teams enjoyed good weekends. Some others didn't. So we'll
Yes, we'll
speak about
talk
all of
about
that
that.
here.
Yes, we'll get to some of those teams that didn't have a good weekend. Uh, but yeah, but I think this weekend we got to say this was the weekend where Lando Norris staked his claim for the title. Right? He won every session. He was first in FP1. He took sprint qualifying pole. He won the sprint.
Sprint victory.
He took pole in qualifying and a dominant pole in both the qualifying sessions. And he won the race. Just immaculate from Lando Norris. Um, I think, yeah, now he's what, 24 points ahead of Oscar Piastri and 49 points ahead of Max Verstappen. So, sorry, I completely misspoke there. Was it 24? Yeah, no, I was
It's
right. He is,
24 ahead of, yeah.
yeah, 24 ahead of Oscar and 49 ahead of Max Verstappen. Three races and one sprint to go. This is his to lose now. I don't think there's not enough time for drama with the lead that he has, right?
There is. You never say never in F1, right? One DQ, one disqualification, or one crash, or some engine failure could change everything. But if things go normal, like how ideally they should go for Lando's championship hopes,
Yeah,
he could probably wrap up the championship before even Abu Dhabi comes around.
yeah, easily.
Maybe another two race wins, and with Oscar and Max not doing well,
Mm.
it could just about happen.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
we do talk about, of course, this F1, anything can happen, right? At
yeah,
DNF, DSQ, whatever. But Lando Norris has been remarkably consistent, right? So, I mean, yes, he had that incident in Canada, he had that DNF in Netherlands, and he came seventh in Azerbaijan and he came fourth in Saudi. The rest of the season, he has been in the top three, right? Yes, Oscar had a brilliant run in the European leg, right?
yeah,
He was having a great run, but then the last few races, Oscar has completely fallen off, right? Lando Norris
massive fall off.
hasn't. And remember, Aniket, when he had that DNF in Netherlands, the race that Oscar won, um, when we are crowning Oscar as a champion in that race review, how it has turned, right? We first saw a charge by Max Verstappen, and everybody's hyping Max Verstappen for the title. But Lando just kept plugging away. He delivered results, and now he's at the top with a healthy lead and almost, never say never, but almost insurmountable.
Yeah, he definitely understood the car more. Felt after. I mean, Netherlands was probably a blessing in disguise for him in terms of he had time to reflect upon how he could improve his driving. Although it wasn't because of his driving that caused the Netherlands retirement, but he had time to self-reflect. I think he'd come out with a passionate quote after or passionate response after that Grand Prix, and he's really improved his driving style. It's become more calmer. It's become more, you know, he's understood the McLaren much better than the races in the beginning of the season. So he's just like he just knows what's at hand right now, and he's taking it calmly. He's taking it race by race
Yeah.
with less pressure than ever before, and that's what's probably helping him right now. He is extending his lead every race. He's not putting any foot wrong.
Yeah,
His teammate is under massive amounts of pressure, having like probably one of the worst second half of the seasons for a championship contender. We've seen like it's like a Mark Webber style of you know uh second half of the seasons, like
like
around
manager, like driver.
yeah, that's what it feels like, right? Because Oscar is a commanding lead, and now he's like, I think he might finish even third in the championship with the way
Yeah,
Max
who
Verstappen
knows?
is
Yeah.
driving. Yeah. So yeah, we did a whole video on Lando about how people used to criticize Oscar.
Yeah, we did.
Oscar used to criticize Lando, but not Oscar. I think now it's about time Lando gets his flowers for the way he's driving, and he would be a deserved
Absolutely.
champion at the end of the season if that happens.
Yeah, very well said, Aniket. Yeah, I mean, yeah, people who are watching this should go and watch the Lando Norris episode, right?
Yeah.
Where we talked about this. I'm just putting that in the chat because we have a viewer watching our stream who just said to Max Verstappen. We're coming to Max, but
We are, yeah.
we are coming to Max. But um, yeah, Lando Norris has, like you said, he has staked his claim, right? And that was the title of our last race review as well, that he staked his claim in Mexico City. And he has hit the peak at the right time. He has been consistent throughout the season. And now he's putting his foot down and he's showing a winner's mentality here. And even yesterday, right, he showed that he's not satisfied, right? Lando Norris, I know it caused a bit of a controversy for what, I don't know. I mean, every statement causes controversies these days. But Lando Norris said that um, he was not happy with the car, right? And the reason he said that is our next topic, which you're getting to soon, is Max Verstappen, right? But he basically said, I forget whether it was the radio or the post race interview or whatever. He said, Max Verstappen, who seemingly had a worse car, started from the pit lane, did an extra pit stop, and he finished 10 seconds behind me, right? So he was really telling his garage that they need to still push harder and
Mm-hmm.
improve the car, right? If that is not a winner's mentality, I have no idea what is not, right?
Yeah, yeah. He knows what's at hand, right? They cannot afford any more mistakes
Yeah,
at this point. It has to be
right.
clean and composed, races from the driver as well as the pit crew. So we're not forcing any more major upgrades or anything at this point. It's just about delivering the
Yeah,
results and just getting those pole positions and victories which you need to cement your status as a world drivers champion.
yeah, yeah,
So I think Lando knows the situation much better than he did previously, and he's a better space than he was last year as well. So last year's now helping him to be more composed at this point. So
right.
we'll see how it comes all together in the triple header coming up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, we talked about Lando's struggles last season, right, with Max and his struggles with mental health and all of that, and everyone was hyping Lando this season, right, saying this is his year, probably his best chance to get a title. Oscar for a while seemed like he will play spoils, but
Yeah,
Oscar had an excellent run through the summer break, but Oscar fell off. Lando capitalized, ensured that Max doesn't get it, right? Uh, and Lando is just proving that he is the. I mean, I know it's still too early to say. There are still three drivers in the hunt, technically, but I think the clear favorite is Lando
yeah,
Norris at this point. So, yeah, we will see how that goes. We still have three races. We have Vegas, Doha, and Abu Dhabi coming up. So, we will see whether Lando Norris continues his good form and wraps up the title, potentially before uh, Abu Dhabi, like Aniket was saying. So yeah, we'll see about that. But moving on to the next one, and about Max Verstappen. We are getting some questions about Piastri's penalty. We are coming to that. Stay tuned. But let's talk about Max Verstappen. Aniket, this guy, he was having a terrible weekend, right? He was garbage in FP1. He had a forgettable sprint. What is he, P4 in the sprint? And
yeah. Because Oscar crashed out, he got the P4.
yeah, right. So again, but he was unhappy with the car. The car was not well. And then
Hmm.
after the sprint, Red Bull kind of completely changes the car's setup. to see if they can, extract more performance out of the car. That went completely haywire. Max Verstappen, for the first time in his career, on pure pace, was kicked out of Q1. Right? What do you qualify? P17, P16, something like that?
P16, yeah, that's very finished.
Yes. So imagine being Max Verstappen. Imagine, trying to chase a slim shot at the title and you finish P16. Sorry, you qualify P16. Right? So his weekend basically seemed over. And then what happens? Red Bull is like,
Do
They
the right thing.
again change the car setup. They're like, we are P16. How does it matter if you start from the pit lane anyway, right? They again completely change the car, take a wild swing, and then generational drive from Max. Like he might not have won the race, but he won the weekend. I mean, I would say with
Yeah,
that
he won
drive.
the hearts of the Brazilian fans also.
Yeah,
Like
it's chanting
even
do in the
yeah,
podium.
while Lando was standing tops of the podium, Max was getting the most chance there.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
these are the same
excellent.
guys who booed Max Verstappen in 2021 after the
Yeah, I'm
because of the
rightfully
Max
so
and Lewis incident,
because
right?
of the shenanigans he was doing at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, pushing Lewis off
So
and all that.
yeah, so it does seem like the Red Bull team found something in Park Ferme after qualifying.
Hmm.
I mean, the power unit definitely helped. So uh, you have a fresh engine on your cars, which has zero mileage done. So that's
Yeah,
going to help you propel forward. But the other stuff also, I think they've done some improvements there. And the pit lane start was probably the best. They had nothing to lose. They could
yeah,
have started P16 and gone their ways, but they had nothing to lose. So that's where Red Bull's expertise, or not expertise, I would say that their experience comes into play, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
many championship years and everything.
Mm.
They are a well-oiled machine. They know situations and they take act fast. So this is what helped Max Verstappen also in throughout the race.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
others were struggling, Red Bull were out here taking quick decisions like pitting him immediately
Mm.
as soon as the virtual safety car was on, so that they don't lose any more time.
To be fair, he had a puncture as
He
well.
had a puncher, I
Yeah.
understand, but I probably think they would have done something like that regardless. You
Right,
went on
right.
a
Yeah,
totally
yeah, yeah.
different
The hards were
strategy.
bad. He was not
Yeah,
having any performance.
and then slowly but surely is overtaking everyone, and
Yeah,
then he was benefiting from the fact that he had an early pit stop. He gained up. He gained like all the positions which he had lost in the qualifying session,
yeah, yeah.
and
I
then
mean,
he went up to P1. He was
yes.
leading the race.
Even GP couldn't believe it, man. It's
Yeah,
like, Max, you're leading the race.
yeah.
So, yeah, so I got to ask you, Aniket. So, Max was P1, right? He had, I think, what, 15, 14 laps left when he did the pit stop. Um, he had, I think, around 20 lap
20 lap all mediums.
old mediums. I mean, your car fuel load is coming down. Obviously, we are no Hana Schmitz. Hana is obviously better at different strategy than us. But you wonder, could Max have done another 14 laps on those mediums? And, if not P1, at least maybe got in the P2. I mean, yes, Max did kind of really take the life out of those tires with his aggressive driving, trying to overtake literally the entire field. But you still wonder, Aniket, could he have if he stayed out, did a drive like say Lando at Hungary or George at Spa last year, when they
Hmm.
nursed their tires and went till the end, would could he have gotten an improbable victory yesterday?
Yeah, I think it would have been very tight. Like Lando still probably would have got him on those fresher rubber.
Yeah.
But I mean, Lando wasn't on the freshest rubber as well. Right?
Yeah,
He was on
his
a six
tires are
lap
already
old.
9 laps old.
Yeah,
They were
nine
used
lap old
mediums as
medium.
well, right? Yeah.
So yeah, it's a
And
toss
Lando
up,
would
right?
also be pushing those tires hard if he was chasing Max, right?
Yes. It's a toss up, right? It's a 50-50. They could have done it, they could have not done it, which they
Yeah.
ultimately decide not to do. So maybe they felt they had a better chance to get Lando despite of the pit stop.
Yeah, I think they're
Or
only thinking about P2 because after the pit
yeah,
stop, GP was saying, hey, P2 is doable.
it was on, yeah. So yeah, it begs to, you would probably want to ask GP or, Hannah Schmitz that question
Yeah,
as to
yeah,
why they did pit Verstappen
right.
when probably it was not required.
Yeah,
because the commentators were saying that basically Verstappen did not need to pit. He
right.
could probably get the because other people like Liam Lawson did 35 laps on the mediums, I
No,
think.
not like no. I think he did 50 laps on the mediums.
Okay, well, so more than that. Yeah, sorry.
That's why
So
he ended up P7.
yeah, so if Liam Lawson can do it, I think Max Verstappen also can do
Yeah,
like
50 laps.
12 more
So that
laps.
means you had much more heavier fuel loads, much more
Yeah.
tire wear. Max was brand spanking new tires when he put them on, and I know he was aggressive trying to overtake half the field, but still, man, you just wonder
Yeah,
if
it did seem like he had more life in it than people thought.
yeah,
And Lando was probably not necessarily going to catch him at say a second a lap with those 9 lap old mediums already.
right,
So
exactly.
it's a what if question, right? If Verstappen loses the championship by 7 points, then this might come into question as to why they didn't pit him in Brazil.
Yeah, I
But
mean, like Red Bull did such a bold move on Sunday, right? Your strategy, your pit lane start, and all of
yeah,
this
might as well gone for another just a
could
bold
have just
call.
gone all in, right?
Yeah.
And I know Max didn't fight it, which was weird. Maybe he also felt the tires were giving up, but
Hmm.
like how this generation of cars, track position is so important, right? Cars
Yeah.
can't follow properly. I mean, I know they have that long straight from turn 12 up to turn 1 where you got a big slipstream and all
I
of
think he had
that.
what a 12-second lead, right? Or something like that
He had
when
a
Lando
no,
came
he had
in.
almost like no, I think he had like 8 second lead or something.
Okay, 8 or 9.
But he had only 14 laps left, and so Lando would have to make up more than half a second each lap, which again is
Hmm.
not a given, right? Um,
I think he would have made it up, but yeah, I mean,
yeah,
probably with that
Lando would also
private.
have to push his tires harder. They're already
Yeah.
used tires, right? After Max pit, Lando was just chilling, right? He didn't have to push hard. He was just chilling at front, putting in decent lap times and not, just kind of nursing those tires to the end. He didn't need to push. But if Max was in front, he would have pushed, and then he would have also taken life out of those tires, right? Trying to chase Lando for the win. So yeah, if you just think about it, right? Like you lost 10 points to Lando yesterday, but you could have gained 7 points. So it's like a 17-point swing potentially, right? So now he's 49 points behind. He could have been, come on, do the math for me. 32 points.
42. 42,
32.
right?
No, but he would have also, like, he finished 10 points behind Lando. He would have gained those 7 and another 7 for finish P1, right? So a 17-point swing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of finishing 49 points behind Lando, he would be 32 points behind Lando, and that would have given him a much better chance of the
Mm.
championship, right? For the 3 remaining races.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, obviously it's a what if. We don't know. Maybe they felt the
Yeah.
tires were giving up too much, but yeah, a lot of F1 creators are saying this today, right? Like, should Max have stayed out? Literally, you open YouTube, this is like the only question on F1 YouTube right now. Should Max have stayed out? And yeah, it's hard to say really, uh, with the kind of form that he was on yesterday.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe still got 3 more races. If there's a miracle, there's a miracle. If
He
not,
really
then
needs a miracle now, man. He's
yeah,
49 points behind Lando Norris. Max
yeah. I
really
mean,
needs a miracle to win.
If the only way he wins is if Lando DNFs like 1 or 2 races now, which I
He
don't
would
see
need to
happening.
DNF twice.
Yeah, exactly.
That would
So
be a generational fumble, man, if he actually does that.
yeah,
Oh
that'd be
my
crazy.
god. Yeah, what do you
But
never know?
McLaren would want to play it more safe right now. I think they would
Yeah,
ask Oscar to chill with any dive bombs or anything. Or even I think Lando can afford to not finish P1 and still finish P2
yeah, yeah.
because he
Lando can
has that
afford
gap
a
now.
P2 and
Yeah.
he's decently ahead of, I mean, how many races? We have 3 races and a sprint left, right? So if
Hmm.
Oscar finishes P1 across all of them and Lando finishes P2, then they're equal on points.
Yes.
And then, of course, Oscar would win because he has more wins at that point. But I don't think that's a given that Oscar would win every remaining race, considering
With
the
the
form
confidence
he's
he is
in.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, and the confidence. And also, Vegas potentially being not a good track for McLaren.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's hard to bet anyone other than Lando for um, the title right now. Oh, we have a theory in the chat. Uh, Max P1 all the remaining, Lando in P5 in all, and P3 for Oscar is the math for Max's win. Really? How many points does P5 get? 25, 18, 15, 12, 10. Ah, that's 15 points. Oh my god, you have actually done the math. Yeah, okay, Samuel.
That's all. For
Considering the
For
form that Lando is in, him finishing P5 in the 4 remaining
yeah,
events,
something really has gone wrong.
yeah, that McLaren would have to really fall apart for that.
Yeah,
I think
but
hoping for
in
a DNF is better luck than P5 in all of them.
but McLaren also have the liberty or the luxury to take a new power unit if they want,
Yeah,
like how
yeah,
Red Bull did, if required,
exactly.
if it comes to that.
Right, right.
So
And they are the best car on the grid, man.
yeah,
They can probably start from the pit lane and win the race. That car is so good, right? I mean,
yeah.
it's
I mean,
easily.
especially Lando in
Yeah,
Oscar. I don't know right now the conference season, but definitely
Lando
Lando.
can. Man, did you
Yeah,
see his qualifying laps this weekend? Insane, insane gaps
yeah.
from people behind him. Um, yeah. All right, that's about Lando and Max. Uh, do you want to talk about the elephant in the room, Aniket, before we get to
Uh,
the other drivers,
I think we should get
or
to
rather the
the
horse in the room? The horse
no.
has
I
left the room.
also left the room. I think we should talk about the incident quickly between Oscar,
Yes, yes,
Kimi,
yes.
and Charles, and that will segue into Ferrari,
That was
like
like,
with Charles.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. What? Oscar should learn from Max how to dive bomb, man. That was pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, he did go for it. He was far behind.
He locked up.
He was desperate. You know, he wanted to do something, and the start was probably the best option for him.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And an
considering it's a
unfortunate
turn one
lockup.
championship.
Yeah, it wasn't like the gravest of kind of
Yeah, but he was very lucky
incidents,
not to
but
DNF Oscar.
he was
Like
the
the
second
two,
DNF in the weekend.
yeah,
But I mean, he went all out like for it. He was just a tad behind, and he was on the inside, and Kimi was never going to give him that space
right, right.
because he had the corner,
Yeah, Kimi had the corner.
and
Kimi was also much ahead, right? Like,
he was
uh,
ahead. He was ahead.
and I
I
mean,
think
if you see the stills, there was still like a car width before the apex, and then Kimi shut the door, and I think that's when Oscar slammed on the brakes because he saw Kimi shutting the
yes,
door, and he locked up, and he just straight rammed into Kimi.
yeah,
Kimi
and
also
the
got away
unfortunate.
with it, right?
I mean,
The
they
person
have
caught up was Charles Leclerc. He's like, bro.
they have some really good suspension that the McLaren Mercedes.
Yeah.
Ferrari unfortunately don't have.
Like these two drivers collided. They are fine. Kimi finishes P2. Oscar finishes what? I think got P4 at
P4,
the end. Yeah,
yeah,
P4.
P5, P5.
P5. And Charles Leclerc's out of the race.
Innocent bystander, and he was like, and that was like way on the outside of the corner.
Yeah.
So he probably did see an incident coming, but and that's the reason why he was like so much on the outside.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
regardless, he got hit, and it was a painful sight for Ferrari fans because
Oh my
Lewis was
god.
just out of a pit stop, and the floor was completely destroyed in his car. And then you
Yeah,
see
Lewis also had
Charles.
a bad thing, right? He ran over some debris and yeah.
No, it was his own wing which came off,
Oh,
right?
sorry, that was Max ran over debris. Sorry,
Yeah.
got it mixed up. Yeah, yeah.
So
I think
so
got
that's what happened to Charles, and
yeah.
then and Lewis. Maybe we should just talk about Ferrari now, right? Pathetic weekend for them
Yeah, yeah.
all around.
Before we come to Ferrari, a bad weekend for Oscar too, right?
Yeah,
DNF
obviously
in the
he didn't.
sprint, P5 in the race. When like I remember in the preview we were discussing that this is the weekend that Oscar should really put his foot down and try to go for the win, right?
Yeah, he looks completely a shell of himself, right?
Yeah. To be fair, he had a good start to the weekend. Right? He was P3 in on the sprint grid,
Yeah,
but
and he was
yeah,
going well. He probably would have finished P2
yeah, he
in the
was.
sprint.
Yeah, he was going well, but then yeah, that
The water thing caught
must be
him
the
out.
water.
Must be the water. Unfortunate crash,
Yeah.
and that resulted in two other drivers also crashing
Man, that
because of him.
was man. I was staring in disbelief. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
One driver crashes, two driver, three driver, all at the same exact location. Man, that water really tripped those drivers up.
Hmm. Yeah, and then he did not have much of an impact in quali or the race
Yeah, and
itself.
then I think that destroyed his confidence basically. That DNF in the sprint, right? He was completely out of sorts after that.
Yeah, yeah. It's unfortunate as to what's been happening to him, but he'll learn from these mistakes, and
Yeah, he's
even
still
if he
young.
doesn't
This
win,
is only his third
yeah.
season. It's not like McLaren will fall off a cliff
It's
next year.
it's reminding me of Lando's last season, right? Lando also had a very bad end to last year,
Yeah, yeah.
and then he learned from it. So it's kind of similar, right? Oscar will learn from it
Right.
going into next year and challenging for more championships.
Yeah. What Oscar should not do is, I keep seeing these rumors about Oscar Piastri potentially
Oh no
switching
no
to
no no no!
Ferrari.
No driver should, please, no driver should do that. No,
Ferrari. Let's talk about Ferrari, man.
I think we should wait before Ferrari. Let's do Mercedes also. Kimi Antonelli
Yes. What
shown
a
throughout the
weekend for
weekend.
them.
What a
What a weekend, man.
amazing, stellar performance. Like this is probably the coming of age of Kimi Antonelli. Completely outperformed George Russell throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
Clear. I mean,
Comprehensively.
yeah, look the second best driver on the grid
Yeah.
apart from Lando. I mean, behind
He
Lando.
was
Yeah. So
P2 in yeah, I mean Kimi Antonelli, man, he was just on a complete roll, right? P2 in the sprint qualifying, P2 in the sprint, P2 in qualifying, P2 in the race.
yeah,
Like
P2 is all
what?
across the board.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
amazing.
is 5 years from now, if Kimi Antonelli is, let's say, wins the title, I think this would be the race that
Yeah.
people say where he announced himself as a champion, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely
I
brilliant
mean,
drive in that Mercedes, which again has been very hot and cold the entire season, right?
hmm.
But Kimi, and especially, do you remember the stretch of bad results he had after Imola, right? Or in the European leg, basically. Kimi had a wretched leg. He retired at Imola, right? He had a decent outing before that. He had like 4, 6, 6, 11, 6, 6, right? And then he did not finish in Imola. He retired. And then after that, it was terrible, right? He had multiple retirements. He had 3 more retirements after that. Retired in
He
Spain,
did, he
retired in
did.
Austria,
Yeah.
retired in Silverstone, finished 18th in
Netherlands.
Monaco, 16th in Netherlands, 16th in Belgium. Yes, he was on the podium in Canada, which was like a sole, you know,
Yeah. But
bright
it's not
spot.
been a
But
smooth first season for him as well.
yeah, he had a wretched. And also, Austin had a very bad weekend as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, I mean, he's finally. I think was it? Yeah,
I
he
mean,
showed
Mexico is not that
glimpses in
great either.
Mexico City, right? He was
Yeah.
ahead of George in
George.
Mexico City, and finally this weekend he has proved himself.
Yeah.
What a
Definitely has. I mean, George had no answers for him throughout the weekend. George tried the medium tire. I don't know what else he tried, but he never could get to the speed of his teammate, which was a very big surprise in this weekend.
man. Toto would be like, why did I sign the contract with George?
I
Why
don't know how
me?
long it is. I don't know how long it is, but if it's 1 year, then it's okay.
Yeah, Toto
He's
is
still,
probably really thanking his stars. Like, thank
yeah.
God, I only signed 1 year with George.
So yeah, exceptional weekend for Kimi, and Mercedes is now second in the constructors championship. So they are
Yes,
looking
yes.
good for second, and Vegas is probably going to be a good track for
Yeah,
them.
Vegas will be a good track for them. The cold weather, the cold
Yeah.
temperatures, right? And yeah, like Samuel has very kindly reminded us in chat, Kimi Antonelli's defense on Max
Oh
Verstappen in
yeah.
the last 8 laps or something. So good, man. I mean, sure, Max's tires were giving out, but come on, still, Kimi Antonelli was just every lap, right? How long was that? 6, 7 laps, I think. The defense on Max every lap. Perfect exit onto turn 12. Perfect exit onto turn 4, right? Like not giving Max a whiff at all, right? Even when I think the second last lap, he went wide a little, but then
Yeah.
again, he followed up with a perfect exit on turn 12
Yes.
and then
Yes.
did not leave a chance for Max at all. That was amazing, man. Like,
Yeah, he
uh,
fought for it, man. He really wanted that P2 and he got it.
yeah, like,
And
man, defending from Max Verstappen is not an easy task.
yeah, it shows his coming of age also. He's not had the best run of results as we just saw.
Yeah,
But yeah, this track really suits him, I guess.
yeah, yeah. Man, Brazil is really, I guess, a track that discovers champions, right?
Yeah, sure.
Makes champions and also kills champions. But yeah, we must come to Ferrari. What a wretched weekend from them. Uh
I think FP1 happened and I was like, gone. This is like not happening. They were like
yeah,
16
generally
or
they're fast
17.
on Friday. They were not even fast on Friday. They were
I
like
mean, they
18th
didn't
and
use any of the
19th.
tires for some reason. They
They
only use
use
a
the
hard tire.
hards, which are the worst tire of the
The worst
weekend.
tire. Why won't you use a soft tire when just before a sprint
And to be
shouldn't
fair, even
convey
Max
one?
did the same thing.
Yeah, but Max, I mean, Red Bull is a better team, and Max is like a
Yeah,
far
yeah.
more confident driver at this point than Charles or Lewis, and I
Right.
can give them benefit of the doubt. But knowing Ferrari, like, no, no, no.
Yeah, and then the sprint was, I mean, whatever. They finished fifth and seventh, right? Which was again very disappointing. Sprint
I mean, they
qualifying was
got
even
stuck
more
behind
disappointing.
a DRS train behind
Yeah,
Fernando, and like people usually do.
and then qualifying came, and again Lewis had a forgettable qualifying. He was 13th, eliminated in Q2. He was just a tenth behind Nico Hulkenberg in P10. But then Charles Leclerc qualified P3, right? So we're like, oh, Ferrari has some hope, something, And then I saw this tweet earlier that uh, Verstappen started from the pits and finished P3. Charles Leclerc started P3 and finished in the
That's
pits.
that's damn funny. That's
That
like
really
typical
sums up
Ferrari,
Ferrari's
right?
weekend.
Yeah, I think Charles was on course for a top five finish,
Yeah, he was. He was.
but
The car was good.
unfortunately,
I
I mean,
think
I'd
even
rather
Lewis,
than
if he had
say
stayed, could have made up places, right? Brazil is his favorite
he could have.
track, a
Mm.
damn track. Lewis could have really kind of easily, I mean, not easily,
Not
but I think,
damn, but I understand like he could have made up places, but
yeah,
the
yeah, I
first
think he
lap,
would have gone into the top 10 easily. I mean, Lewis at Brazil is nothing to sneeze at, right?
yeah, but still top 10 is not something to be proud of, right?
I don't know, but I
It's
mean, starting from 13, I mean, no, I mean, not even top 10. I think you'd easily gone, say, from 13 to maybe a sixth or a fifth because the Ferrari
Mhm.
had good pace on Saturday. Lewis just had, I think, a off lap in qualifying. Right, he made I think, a mistake in his second lap, which kind of ate
I mean, the
time.
tires were cold.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
reminded the team that they should do something to keep the tires warmer,
right,
but
right.
I don't know what happened, and he couldn't
Ferrari,
just put
man.
in a yeah, he just couldn't get in a perfect lap.
But I think in the
And
race he could have made up, I feel, a lot of places because the Ferrari had pace. But yeah, very unfortunate
yeah, he
he
got up
bangs
and
into Colapinto.
he before that Science banged into him,
Yeah,
for which Science didn't get a penalty, but then Lewis gets a 5 second penalty for like
yeah, for what?
Colapinto cutting across him, which resulted in him losing the wing, and then the whole floor was damaged. And Ricky Adami saying the car is okay, and he's driving without the front wing there.
Yeah, then he comes into the pit, changes his front wing. But yeah, I think to be
I think
fair,
the race was already over by then because the floor was completely damaged, so he
yeah,
had
yeah.
no downforce.
But to be fair, they were trying if changing the tires would, given. I
Yeah,
mean, they did
exactly.
try. I mean, I think one thing is okay. At least they didn't give up on Lewis in like say lap 5 and they retired the car.
Mhm.
They did try. They had, I think Lewis had like 3 or 4 pit stops in the short time he was. He was trying different tires and was trying to see if anything would, uh, light the car up. Because at some point, I think on the softs, he was doing similar times as the people around him. So Lewis was really driving that car really hard. But I think eventually that lack of downforce was really
Yeah,
killing. That
yeah. I
car was
think
on rails. He was not able to control it.
I think the first few laps with the new tires was okay, but then it just like goes off
Yeah, I think the
quickly.
lack of downforce because of the floor damage was really
Yeah,
killing
yeah.
him, right? He
Massive floor
couldn't keep the
damage.
car on track properly, and yeah,
Yeah, what we hoped for like a podium kind of weekend from Lewis was like a
right.
nightmare weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah, but however, I do want to talk about what on God's green earth was the Ferrari president talking about, man.
Yeah, we should.
Like Ferrari president John Elkann, this guy, man, if I meet him, I'm gonna. Okay, I don't want to say anything on stream, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's not going to be nice, the things I want to do to him. John Elkann, the Ferrari president, said that Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc need to talk less. Um, Sorry, what?
No, you should tell the whole. You should tell the whole code from the beginning.
Yeah, just trying to find it. Yeah, he said, if you look at the Formula One championship, we can say that on one hand, we have our mechanics who are basically winning the champion. I'm sorry, what? Winning the championship with their performance and everything that has been done on the pit stops. Pit stops, yes, sure. If you look at the engineers, there's no doubt the car has improved. Really?
How?
How? If you look at
Compare
the
the points tally from last
yeah,
year to this year. Okay,
exactly.
go on.
And if you look at the rest, it's not up to par. And surely we have drivers for whom it is important that they focus on driving and talk less. because we still have important races ahead of us, and getting second place is not impossible. Bro, you're fourth. You're overtaken by Red Bull, who's basically one car. One car is ahead of you.
I think wait, we should clip this for a shorter video. This
Yeah.
portion on Ferrari as to what are the underlying problems in that team,
Yeah,
because
man.
everyone at Ferrari thinks that they are above themselves, right?
That's the problem
Except
with
for the
Ferrari.
drivers.
Yeah, the
Except for
ego
the
at
drivers,
Ferrari
you
is
have
insane.
what Ferrari has won their last championship in 2007, drivers and constructors in 2008, and
Let me
since
remind
then
you,
they have been
2008 was because
perfect.
of Spygate. They were not winning that either.
2007 is because Spygate. 2008 was because of it was Lewis mostly at McLaren. So yeah, but what is the reason Ferrari is not winning? It's not because of drivers. You just signed Lewis Hamilton to a multi-year contract, one of the most decorated drivers in F1, or probably the most decorated driver in
Yeah,
F1.
yeah, easily the most
And you
decorated.
have Charles Leclerc, who's very loyal to your team, who's been there from the past 10 years through the downfalls and whatever few victories he's had. And then you're accusing your drivers of just talking and not giving their full
Hmm.
100% Ferrari. I mean, these guys come out and make statement that they just want to win for Ferrari, but they're not being given the car at this point.
Yeah, there was
Uh,
no reason
they
for
have
Lewis to, forego his last year on the Mercedes contract and come
yeah
to Ferrari, right? He was winning races at Mercedes, even despite, um, Lewis was very sad that he was not fighting for the championship, but he was still winning races at Mercedes. What has he done at Ferrari this season? Nothing,
Yeah,
except a
except for
sprint
that
win at
Chinese
Shanghai.
sprint, which was
Yeah,
like a generation ago, it feels like.
yeah, man.
And and then John Elkann says the Ferrari car is better than last year, which is absolutely ludicrous. The Ferrari car has gone backwards. It's
Yeah,
been a shit box this year, and the engineers are not good. They're not doing their job. You see Ricky Adami, who's Lewis's engineer. There are serious problem with the communication issues they have.
yeah. Which engineer talking about John Elkann? The same engineer who said Franco Colapinto said Williams?
Yeah, I
Really?
mean the engineers are not doing their job. It's just the drivers have been, you
Yeah.
know, they've been giving their all, but they're not able to push forward because of the limitation of the car. You're telling the drivers to basically do lift and coast from lap three of the
Right.
race. So how are they supposed to give you the results which
Man,
you
one race they were telling to
want?
them to do lift and coast in the formation lap.
Yeah. So except for the few podiums you've got this year, you have gone completely backwards from last year,
Yeah.
and you're not looking good in 2026. I cannot put any hopes on Ferrari for next
Yeah,
year
and
as
I
well.
don't understand. I don't understand what engineering the team is praising. Let me remind you, John Elkin. In the summer break, Ferrari had a massive upgrade package, right? And also between the seasons, between 24 and 25, Fred Vasseur very proudly said that they changed what 95% of parts on the car,
Yeah,
when
shouldn't have
every other
probably.
team was just evolving their philosophy from last year. Ferrari is like, we change 95% of the parts of the car. For what? You have a car that is so sensitive to the ride height problem that you run your car low, you wear your plank out. You run your car high, you're slow as crap. Your car is, I mean, higher than a lot of other teams. So that completely kills the downforce in a ground effect era that we are in. You're running your car higher than other teams, right? Completely killing your car's performance. So yeah, I really don't understand John Elkann here, man. Like, how are Charles and Lewis to blame here? Like, seriously, it's
Yeah,
absolutely mind-numbingly stupid to say that the driver should talk less, right? I mean, like you said, Charles Leclerc has spent like a decade at Ferrari. He's been not just decade. He's like a Ferrari academy driver. Like he's been at the team right from childhood, right? And then he was at the Ferrari B team. What is that? Sauber for a year in 2018. He was with F2. Was with a Ferrari partner team. He has been with Ferrari from the beginning. And then when did he come to the works team? 2019, if I'm not wrong,
yeah,
right? And obviously, immediately showed promise. He's one of the few drivers in the grid who has more pole positions and race victories. Like that should tell you everything. Like if you look at any champion driver, whether it's Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton or Michael Schumacher, they all have more race wins than pole positions. For Charles, it's backwards. He has
hmm,
more pole positions than race wins, and that should tell you, how the team has treated Leclerc over the past so many years, right? Not giving him. I mean, if they give him a good car, they don't give him good strategy. Do you remember how Ferrari, they call him into the pits? Leclerc comes in the pits, then they're like, stay out, stay out, stay out, and they're not ready at the pits. Or they put dry tires when it's raining, and then they put wet tires because the car was sliding. Like, come on, like all this crap you have pulled with Charles Leclerc. And Charles Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel, Carlos Sainz, Kimi Raikkonen, Fernando Alonso. Uh,
Felipe Massa, I don't know how.
Massa at least came
How
close to winning a title.
he did come close.
But the
But
others,
yeah, I mean you
you
had world
destroyed
champions,
each.
right?
Yeah, you had every world champion with you and you destroyed all of them.
Yeah.
Alonso, Vettel, Raikkonen in the second stint, Hamilton now.
Yeah,
And
Hamilton. Lewis said it's been a nightmare.
yeah,
He's been living in a nightmare. That's what he
yeah,
said.
yeah. And I don't blame him, man. This guy has
Yeah,
won 7 world titles, 103 races, if correct me on the math. I think it's
105.
103. Yeah, sorry, 105. I think 103 before last year when
Yeah, yeah.
he won 2 races. Yeah. So 105 race wins, 7 world titles. Many argue it should have been 8, right? I mean,
8. Yeah. We
but
still argue.
but you're saying that is a driver who should talk less? Really? Talk less? I
I mean,
don't.
he's giving the feedback. He's giving the feedback to your team to improve.
Yeah,
He's not giving feedback because he doesn't want to see you improve.
right.
He's come to change the philosophy of the team, to change the culture of the team, so that you guys win or
Yeah,
Ferrari wins championships. But
exactly. Imagine having by far the best driver pairing on the grid. I don't think any other team comes close to
yeah,
to what Ferrari has. And you're fourth in the constructors championship as of today. Fourth.
hmm. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and I don't know what this will tell the drivers, but we'll see. Like at this point, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see how the end of season happens and if Ferrari can do like something in the last 3 races. But I don't. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore, right? They're going to probably finish fourth in the constructors at this point.
I think Vegas is probably the best shot to do anything because it's a track
Yeah,
that has suited them well in the past.
but
But
that was in
again,
the
I know,
past. The season is like completely written off already.
yeah, but again, this year, I mean, they don't have a good car right now. So I don't know. I don't know how much they can do in Vegas, right? So yeah, we'll see in 2 weeks how Las Vegas pans out. But yeah, man, I really can't understand how John Elkann said the things that he did. Like, are we even watching the same season? Right? It really begs the question. Is John Elkann and the rest of the Ferrari fan base, are they watching the same 2025 season? Right? It's just absolutely insane what he has said. And I think this pod has no words to describe the the audacity of his statements. Like you're
Yeah,
blaming your drivers really for your problems. When you're, yeah. Anyways, uh,
I
but
think we
yeah,
should just do a quick roundup of the rest of the results
yeah,
and
we should because
give
a
some
lot
predictions.
happened as we said
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in across the grid. Sprint, Alonso P6. I don't know from where that came. Uh, Pierre Gasly P8. From where did that come?
Yeah, great
Like,
weekend for Alpine.
yeah, great weekend for Alpine. And if you go to the main race, my goodness, a lot happened. Obviously, when two Ferraris DNF, a lot of places open up on the top
Hmm.
10. But we saw Ollie Behrman P6. Man, this
Uh,
guy's having a renaissance, right? P4 the
Killer.
last time,
Yeah.
P6.
He's
Um,
destined for a Ferrari seat soon.
oh my God, another driver to destroy it. And then we had Liam Lawson who put 52 laps on those medium tires and finished P7. And
Tremendous.
if you do you remember the ending of the race, Aniket? There's like a train of cars from
There
Liam
was
Lawson
so
all the
fun.
way back to Lance
Yeah,
Stroll.
that was so fun to watch.
Yeah. They're all trying to one up each other. I
Yeah,
think Isaac Hadjo was really trying to get past Liam Lawson.
yes,
He was
yes,
like 2 tenths behind or two and a half
yeah.
tenths behind
But
Lawson.
how did like he have such a huge train when he had good tires or the fresher tires for the last 20 laps? It was so strange.
Yeah. It was really
Yeah,
strange. But yeah.
yeah,
Another points finish for Nico Hulkenberg as well. And Pierre Gasly also took the final points place in the race. He took P10. So,
yeah.
how man? 2 points for Alpine this weekend. Nobody saw that coming. considering
Exactly.
how their car is.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and
Williams
also,
not a particularly good weekend for
yeah,
them.
terrible, terrible.
Yeah, and it's not, Aston Martin not a good race kind of. And Yuki Tsunoda, man, poor guy. He comes in the pits for a 10-second stop and or time penalty, not served properly, gets another 10-second time penalty, and finishes last.
So he saw 20 seconds of time penalties, right?
Exactly.
Yuki.
He's just being like made a joke right now at Red Bull.
So no. Let me tell you this. If you subtract the 20 seconds from his race time,
Hmm.
he finishes P7.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was seeing right now.
So
Yep.
Yuki drove well. He just got completely screwed over.
And we just praise Red Bull for their excellent management and everything, and they end up doing this to Yuki, which is so strange. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
don't see
mean,
that from a experienced and top level team like Red Bull.
it's like Red Bull with Max Verstappen
Yeah,
and the Red Bull other driver. Yeah, who are you again? Do you actually race for us? We are the Verstappen.com racing team.
yeah, they should just function one driver right from now.
Just make Max drive both the cars somehow. Or just clone Max Verstappen. Oh my god, imagine. Oh my god. Imagine hypothetically you clone Max Verstappen.
Hmm.
They'll just dive bomb each other and double DNF every race, man. Uh, anyways, yeah, very crazy
Ah,
weekend
yeah,
at Brazil.
that's-
Before we end, we should review our predictions, Aniket.
yeah, we should
And
do that.
we didn't have a
Yeah.
good roundup at all. So let's rip off the band-aid and see how we did. We'll start with the sprint. Let's quickly get this done. Oh, we'll start with the sprint. So pole position for the sprint, I said Lewis Hamilton.
Oh my god, the worst time to predict Lewis Hamilton pole
You said
position.
George Russell. Both of us got that wrong, right? It was Lando Norris all along. So that is nothing. Uh, P3 in the sprint, I said George Russell, which was right. Thank goodness. You said Lewis Hamilton. I baited you.
Oh man, you did.
But I baited myself even harder because P2, I went for Lewis Hamilton, which was such a flop. And then you went for Lando Norris in P2, which also
Hmm.
wrong. And then
No,
P1,
but P3 in the sprint was Max Verstappen. It wasn't George Russell, right?
did I get that wrong? No. Verstappen was P4.
Verstappen was P4, is it?
Yeah, Verstappen was
Okay.
P4. Yeah.
Hmm.
He was trying to chase George, but he couldn't. Um, yeah, I'm looking at the correct race. Yeah, Verstappen was P4. Man, you gave
Hmm.
me a. But yeah, P2, I said I went for Lewis, you went for Lando, both of us were wrong. P1, I went for Max, you went for George Russell.
Hmm.
Again, both of us were wrong. So, and then rookie of the race, I went for Bortoleto, which was the
Flop.
biggest L. I
What
went
a
for Bot.
horrible race weekend for him.
He he
Unfortunately,
DNF'd
a
in the
massive crash,
sprint.
but
Yeah,
thankfully it was okay.
yeah. Thankfully, it was okay, and Sauber did a great job repairing that car as well
Yeah.
in time. But you went for Kimi Antonelli as a rookie of the race in the sprint. I think there's no debate over that.
Yeah.
He finished P2. And then the bust of the race. I said no Aston Martin in the points. Fernando Alonso, man.
P10, right?
He was P6. This is sprint.
Oh yeah. He had the whole train behind him. Correct.
Yeah, he was P6. So
And Lance Stroll was P8, I think.
no, Lance was P9 just outside the points.
P9. Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. And then your bust was Charles Leclerc outside the points, which you also don't get. Leclerc was
Hmm.
P5. Now, hot take for the sprint. I said Yuki Tsunoda will be in the top 5. He was P13, so I'm not getting that. You said there will be a first lap incident in the sprint. Was there a first lap incident in the sprint? No, right?
No, I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
so. Yeah. The
Yeah.
race we had a first lap incident.
We did, yeah.
I think the sprint was pretty clean,
Hmm.
right? Because even the first DNF was on lap 5. So yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah. Sorry, Aniket. And then big surprise, I went for any Sauber in the top 8. So basically in the points. No, in the sprint, that was a very bad prediction. So I don't get that either. And then you said Carlos Sainz in the points, which is again a
He
big L.
started
He was
P20.
P14.
Yeah.
He was P14. So yeah, I get 1 point in the sprint predictions. You also get 1 point. Wow, this was a very bad prediction
Very bad prediction.
in the sprint for us. Wow, this was my lowest prediction ever, the Sao Paulo sprint, for both of us, in fact. All right, let's go for the main race. So pole position, I went for Max. That was a big L. He was out in Q1.
He could have got pole if he had the car which he had on Sunday on Saturday.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then you went for Oscar, which again was
Not a good decision.
not a good
I
prediction.
thought he would have a bounce back weekend, man. He disappointed me so much.
He was P4. He was 3 tenths, 4 tenths,
Yeah.
almost 4 tenths behind Lando. So yeah. And then, oh my goodness, P3 in the race. Guess who I went for? Lewis Hamilton.
I don't know the laugh or to cry right now.
And your P3 was George Russell. But thanks to Max Verstappen, that did not
Man,
happen.
I know. He was on course for P3, right?
Yeah, he was on course, but then we had a sudden Max Verstappen. P2, I went for Lando Norris, which again was wrong. You went for Max Verstappen, which again did not happen.
Oh, he could have finished
Because of a
P3.
certain rookie called Kimi Antonelli.
Or if he just hadn't stopped.
Yeah. And then P1, I went for Max Verstappen, which, come on, and if you did not stop. And you went for Oscar Piastri. You put all your eggs in Oscar's basket this
Yeah.
weekend, and that spectacularly
That ruined me.
backfired.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then rookie of the race, I went for Gabriel Bortoleto, which was what did he
Poor
last?
guy.
He didn't even last a single lap.
You should never predict rookie of the race or the home rookie or the rookie of the race.
Yeah. But you didn't do much better either, Aniket. You went for Ollie Behrman for the race.
So that's good, right? But at least finished P6.
No, man, the rookie is clearly Kimi Antonelli. Come
I
on.
know, but in our comparison, Ollie did much better, right? So I should get
No,
at
no,
least half
no.
a point.
We did double zeros in previous rookie of the race
Come on.
predictions. Come on. Let's see the others. Maybe you'll get. Yeah, you're going to get the points in the bust because you said Gabriel Bortoleto
Yeah.
as a bust of the race. So you're getting that point. I said no Aston Martin in the points. Was that true? Oh wow, that was true.
Oh, you were. So
Damn,
you also get
nice.
a point there.
And then for hot take, you said Max Verstappen DNF.
Oh, he was. Come on. After Q1, I thought I really thought.
You had a chance, but that didn't happen. I said no rain during the sessions.
There was no rain, right? I
There
think
was no rain.
before
Yeah.
only. Yeah. It really disappointed me, man.
Yeah, man. And then big surprise. Oh wow, my big surprise was Kimi Antonelli ahead of George Russell.
Oh, you got that right.
I got that one. And then you said Aston Martin in the top 10.
Oh,
So I get 3 points and you get 1.
I should get a point for Ollie Behrman. Come on.
Nah, I'm not giving that to you. Wow. What is the total? I mean, I think you're still leading me up a good margin. So I am at 18.5 for the season since Spa when we started this format. You are at 21.5. You're still 3 points ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
I just made it the 2 points that you got on me in Mexico City. You still had a very good weekends before that, right? So
Yeah. But I need to get back my form and not do stupid predictions like picking Oscar Piastri anymore.
and me picking Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Good.
finally the end of a long podcast today.
A very fun Brazilian GP review podcast.
Yeah, Sao Paulo and Brazil, Interlagos, always lives up to the billing, right? Like we alluded to earlier, no rain, but it still gave us such an exciting race. I was really thinking when there was no rain, I was thinking it's going to be a boring procession because we saw so many classic tracks become processions, right? Whether it's Spa, Zandvoort. I mean, Zandvoort had some drama, but it was mostly a procession, right? Once the drama faded. But we saw a lot of action at Brazil this weekend. So hopefully Brazil
Yeah,
stays on the calendar for years to come. Hopefully at some point it becomes a season ender again. Imagine this was a season ending race. My goodness. Imagine three drivers coming close to each other on points, and then
yeah, but imagine
Max
Max
would probably have
Verstappen.
not changed or gone to the pit stop at that
Yeah,
point, man.
imagine he needed that P2 to win the championship or something.
Yeah. My goodness. Yeah, we need Brazil back, man. I know Abu Dhabi has signed that contract to be the season ender. So that's why they get that last race every year. But man, I really hope we get a Interlagos season ender at some point again. We got Melbourne back as a season opener. So we just need to
Yeah.
get Interlagos as a season ender now, right? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's all from us today. We will see you next week for the Las Vegas preview. Um, Remember, this is offset weekend for Vegas. Going to be Thursday to Saturday, but Sunday
Yeah.
morning here on the eastern side of the globe. So we will be
It's gonna be a
back.
little weird. It's
Yes,
gonna be a little weird to
Sunday
see a
morning.
race on Sunday morning
Sunday
of
morning.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, what? Where are they racing? Japan? But yeah, we will be back with all the action and all the preview and predictions from Vegas as you love. Make sure to subscribe to Pod in the Apex on YouTube. Join us on Twitch again next time when we do the Las Vegas preview and predictions. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We'll have more content coming your way. So stay tuned for all of that, and we will see you next week.
Yep.
Bye.